It's Here First from IPR. I'm Megan McKinney. Residents in the Des Moines area can water their lawns again, but water utility officials are asking that they don't do it on Mondays. And the Bosnian community in Iowa showed up for their home country's team last night. It's Thursday, July 2nd. Congress has approved $49 million in annual funding to expand medical residency training in Iowa. Over 100 residency slots will be added across Iowa's 13 teaching hospitals. Here's more from IPR's Mara Curran.
Graduate medical education programs support residency training across the state. Now they're expanding after recommendations from the state's healthcare workforce initiative, Operation Iowa. Dr. Peter Tanui is with the Iowa Medical Society, which assembled Operation Iowa. He says residency training is the first step to addressing workforce shortages.
There's been an observation over the years that many residents end up staying in the states in which they train.
Tanui says data from family practice residencies in Iowa also shows a nearly 60% retention rate. But he says there are more medical students graduating than residency slots available. The expansion will add 128 new positions. I'm Mara Curran, IPR News.
The Supreme Court has overturned a 90-year-old decision that allowed Congress to shield members of certain independent agencies from being fired by the president at will. Some legal experts worry the ruling gives the president too much power and will lead to the departures of experienced civil servants under each new administration. Iowa Senator Chuck Grassley says he agrees with the Supreme Court's decision because departments like the Federal Trade Commission operate differently than they did 90 years ago.
When they were set up, they were supposed to be quasi-legislative, quasi-judicial, but they turned into an executive enforcement agency, and I think closer to cabinet members and things like that. So I can understand why the Supreme Court ruled the way they did.
In a lengthy dissent, Justice Sonia Sotomayor wrote, "The framers never intended to give the president the complete set of powers that the English crown held, let alone more." Central Iowa Water Works has lifted the lawn watering ban for residents in the Des Moines area. CIWW says it will issue guidance for businesses and government agencies next week. The Regional Water Authority initiated a Stage 3 water alert on June 8th due to spiking demand and high nitrate concentrations in its source drinking waters. Keeping nitrate levels below the federal limit for public drinking water requires extra steps at a few of the water treatment facilities. The utility's executive director, Tammy Madsen, said in a statement customers reduced water use during a critical period, and that helped protect the regional water supply. Residents are still strongly encouraged to conserve water use during this stretch of high heat. The Regional Water Authority is asking customers to refrain from lawn watering on Mondays. Waterloo's Bosnian community has been gripped by its home country's World Cup success, but that run ended last night when the U.S. knocked the team from the tournament. IPR's Gavin McGough reports.
Locations across the city came alive as Bosnia-Herzegovina took on the U.S. in the tournament's first knockout round. Denisa Sabic watched from the city's amphitheater. She emigrated to Waterloo in the 1990s, fleeing the Bosnian War. She sees symbolism in the team's World Cup showing.
Historically, this shows Bosnians' perseverance. It's like we've been crushed, we've been brought back up.
This is the team's second time competing in a World Cup. It comes to an end with a 2-0 loss. But most fans say they'll be ready to cheer for their second choice, the U.S., when the team plays Belgium on Monday. I'm Gavin McGough, IPR News.
And I'm Megan McKinney. Thanks for listening to Hear First from IPR Today. Happy Independence Day Eve. We will not have the podcast tomorrow, but we will be back on Monday. I hope you have a great, safe, and fun weekend.